I'm starting a brand new project that looks at the history of beauty pageants in the Soviet Union, which is something I only recently discovered existed, and a bit on a fluke came across a reference to it. So that's a brand new project for me, and I'm really excited because I've mostly worked on the 1940s, the 1950s. This is going to take me to the 1980s and 90s and the collapse of the Soviet Union. So right now I'm using footage from the beauty pageants, which is super fascinating. There's a lot of it that's been posted, particularly from the first Miss USSR pageant, which was in 1989, I believe, and some of the regional pageants as well. And I also have video footage from some documentaries that were made about the contestants at the time, which is fascinating. And I'm using media coverage, so articles and newspaper coverage. My big goal is to sort of track down former participants and contestants of these pageants. Many of them emigrated to Europe, to the United States, to other places. Also, we'll be reaching out to those who are still in the former Soviet space. So I'm excited. It'll be a combination of sort of video analysis, visual analysis, and interview. Well, I'm really looking forward to the community and the academic exchange. So this project in particular, as I think it can be misregarded as something that's kind of frivolous or maybe superficial, because it's looking at a beauty pageant, which is sort of often considered a kind of superficial phenomenon, and maybe even a silly phenomenon. Like the main one I'm focusing on right now is the Miss KGB pageant of the late 90s. And yes, the KGB apparently had at least one beauty pageant, though that was closed door and if the public was not allowed to watch it. The Miss KGB, she did a big photo spread in Sputnik magazine, and it's not the kind of photo spread you might assume of a beauty pageant. It was mostly her in a bulletproof vest at a shooting range, also doing martial arts and other kinds of activities. But she's very heavily made up at the time and very feminine in how she appears. And so it's sort of that juxtaposition of sort of gendered norms and categories, and this attempt to sort of make the KGB more accessible and humanize it, but through a kind of a beauty queen. I think that's totally fascinating. I am aware that this can be seen as a little bit of a silly project. I deeply believe in its scholarly merits as a kind of window into the social, economic, and gender relations of the time. So I'm looking forward to a community of scholars who can help me mold that project, help me highlight it's sort of the intellectual gravity of it, so I can really convey that to a broad audience. That's my ultimate goal, and I'm sure that other fellows here will be really helpful in helping me do that.